So we've all spent time. I currently live in Gastonia, and it sounds like you guys got apartments or first houses in Gastonia as well. So there's a beautiful trend running through this. When I left Omaha to come down here, it was quite providential. I'd been working on for an organization up there called the Catholic Defense League of Nebraska, and was working to defend the civil rights and religious rights of Catholics in the state of Nebraska against anti-Catholicism and so on and so on. Working with the bishop, but also director of coaching, executive director of mega clubs. And I came across this little college in North Carolina that was under assault somewhat by secular government entities, and were kind of fighting for their independence and their freedom and their Christian bedrock. And it was in that exchange with Bill Thierfelder that I said to him, we're watching from up here, stay the course, fight the good fight. And that was it. And then about 9 months later, the position opened, and a friend of mine, who's now the women's assistant, Mike Lynch, said, this Belmont Abbey College, you should apply for it. And I didn't. I didn't even bother until, I think it was December 20th, and it was like 5:01, and I looked up, and it turned out that the deadline was 5 p.m. that day. And I went down, and it was in the basement office, and something compelled me to write to Dr. Thierfelder and say, pretty much, if you're looking for a Christian man, a coach who happens to be a Christian man, I'm not your guy, plenty of. But if you're looking for a Christian man who happens to be a soccer coach, then I could be your guy. And I got a call actually the next morning at 10 a.m. from Rita, God rest her soul. And I knew when I heard that southern accent that the job was mine. I took a pay cut, and I knew on the visit that it was mine, and I knew on the second visit when Tony came down with me that it was mine. And just the Holy Spirit had said, no, this is where you will be. Just, take orders. And there was a certain joy and peace that came with that. Saying goodbye to the Omaha folks was tough. But that's how we landed here 15 years ago, out of obedience, really.